Welcome to committee.
Thank you. Hello, Chairman Gavarone, Vice Chair O'Brien, and Ranking Member Mahara. My name is Jasmine Henderson. I'm the Director of Policy and Social Impact for the Ohio Women's Alliance Action Fund, and I am strongly opposed to Senate Bill 258. Thank you for allowing me to testify today. My organization is a grassroots organization that focuses on the needs of BIPOC, women, queer, trans, and disabled Ohioans. The ability to vote in my family has only been available to us since 1965. When the 1965 Voting Rights Act was passed at the federal level, my grandmother was the first person in my family to vote. She was born in the Jim Crow South. That makes me the third person in my family to ever vote. In my lifetime, which is just 31 years, I've almost never lived in a state that didn't gerrymander my ability to vote, and that's been Ohio. And the same voting rights that my family fought for, that my grandmother fought for before she died in 2002, is now under attack in Ohio with the voter suppression bills that are currently in the House that is moving through the Government Oversight Committee of your colleagues. The reason why I strongly stand up against Senate Bill 258 is because it continues to split the collective voting power of areas where BIPOC voters live, including Franklin, Hamilton, Cuyahoga County, and Montgomery County. I am not a map drawing expert, but I am an expert on what it means to be oppressed, and I am an expert on what it means to be a Black woman. And I am an expert on voting because I've been doing so since I was 18, and I've registered almost 2,000 people to vote. With that being said, some of the things that I strongly oppose against Senate Bill 258 is what it does to Montgomery County. Montgomery County is 19.8% Black, and it is currently grouped in with Warren County, which is only 3.3% Black, instead of being grouped in with Clark County, which holds Springfield. So they have about the same demographics. Springfield is a bit higher when you look at the demographics of Springfield, and that is about, sorry, I lost my place in my testimony, y'all. Also about 19.8%. Also, when you look at other sociological issues that impacts voting patterns, such as socioeconomic status and income, that is disproportionately represented in the current bill, that is 258, when we're talking about the collective voting powers of BIPOC people in Montgomery County, which is the fourth largest municipality, versus Warren County, which is significantly smaller. So for example, the average median income in Warren County is about $41,000. The average median income for a city like Dayton in 2019 was $19,000. The average median income for a place like Springfield is about $22,000. If you look at the sociological factors that impacts voting, you would understand that these factors also contribute to how people vote. That means when I show up to my precinct in Dayton, Ohio, which is a city that is redlined, which is a city that is a food desert, and which is a city that is an emerging medical desert, has very different needs than the people who live in Warren County. This is just one example of why Senate Bill 258 is not representative of BIPOC voters in Ohio. Senate Bill 237 is actually a bill that takes into accountability the voting patterns in Ohio.
Excuse me, we are keeping the testimony to Senate Bill 258.
Yeah, but I'm giving context. So with that context, Senate Bill 258 just does what I said. It acknowledges that 45% of people vote for a particular party that is not represented in Senate Bill 258, which is about 57%. My community and other communities like mine use voting as a form of harm reduction to overcome oppression and practice self-determination. This legislative body doesn't have the ability to tell me what representation looks like when I am self-determined. Its only job as the governing body when it comes to redistricting is to make sure that my one vote is weighted and equal to everyone else's vote. And right now, Senate Bill 258 and the current redistricting model does not reflect that for BIPOC voters. In fact, it only seems that Senate Bill 237 does that. So those are some of the reasons that I am strongly opposed to Senate Bill 258, and I'm now open for questions.
Thank you very much for your testimony.
You're welcome.
Are there any questions?